Hey everybody on YouTube. For me it's still morning, so good morning, and if it's not morning for you, good afternoon. Let's wait for this to pop up so I can start really seeing who's in the chat. I haven't been able to go to the comic book store to pick up any new books, so I just gotta fix my hat. So I figured what I'd do is I would just show what I've been doing today. It's probably all crooked. I've been organizing my books as best I can. I've been watching Mr. Rigor Mortis. He just put out a video, and in his video he's showing, that he's organizing his books, so it kind of motivated me. So today I pretty much started grabbing like whatever Spider-Man books I could find and put it in a short box. Now it's not completely organized because there's like so many different titles in here, but it will be organized. It's getting there, because I have like a lot more Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, and I'm also missing, I couldn't find it yet, but my 797 of Amazing Spider-Man. So let's see if I can pull up the video. It hasn't showed up yet. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to be quiet. I gotta fix my hat. It just looks weird on my camera. Okay, let me see. Pull that like that. There we go. Now I'm not going to touch my head no more. Alright, let's click on here real quick. So I do have some books I'm going to show, but there's nothing. It's nothing new. Hey, Matilda. There's nothing. It's nothing new. There we go. I paused it. Hey, Jason Smith. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the morning show of Tat. I don't know what to name this. I just call it Tat on Improv or something. But I've been watching a lot of videos lately too, and they've been really good. Like I watched Jason Smith's last video he put up. It was really cool. Got to see his arm. He's showing some sweet books, man. It was great. I even watched your last video, Matilda, the one where you did with drawing a Batman. That was really cool. I liked what you said though. You're all, this is my best Batman to date. I liked it though. It totally took me to thinking of the Batman animated series, the drawing you did. It was really good. Color was good. My computer. Let me get over here. Close that. There we go. Alright, cool. Now I'm back over here. Yeah, I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live. Here, live too. Yeah, I am starting to just now organize my books, Jason. Just because, like, with all the new stuff that I have, that I've been picking up, all the new, newer books, I've just been getting them home, bagging them, and then just putting them in whatever box I can. Waiting on some books in the mail. Yeah, I still got to get, your package together and get it ready to mail. Hopefully, I can get something going this Friday. If not this Friday, I'll definitely get it going. When I do, Jason, I'll let you know. I promise, man. I'll let you know ahead of time. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Action Comics Superman 1000, the Mantina cover. Nice. Oh, it's the animated cover show. Nice. Yeah, that's how I was guessing you got the image from, or you got the idea from. Hey, Doomsday Comics, how's it going? What's my dog doing over there? Crazy. But for the most part, I have most of my books organized. It's just these are ones that when I've gotten them, when I did buy them, I just put them in a short box after I rebagged and boarded them, just to kind of keep them together. So I had a couple long boxes where some of my books were mixed in there, so I had to pull out those and just get the titles together. All my Daredevil books, though, I have them all in my Daredevil box, on my Wolverine, the Wolverine box, except a few. Web of Spider-Man, I have them all in a box, but they won't fit. 129 issues will not fit in a short box. Even with these little, see if I can get it out. Even with these little protector boards that I cut out and put in there, these are super thin too, so it should still give me some leeway, but that's just to protect the book from leaning up against the fold in the inside. I get that way too sometimes, Matilda. I'm shocked sometimes when it comes out good, because after I get all the line work done, as soon as I go to color, it's like before I get to coloring, I'm thinking, man, I messed up here, I messed up there, and when I start to do some of the shading in there, I'm like, okay, that isn't that bad. It's pretty good. In fact, I found some old art I was going to show, because since I didn't really get any new books and I haven't been drawing the last couple days, I've just been super busy at work. I mean, real busy. This was stuff that I did, and I'll show you what I mean by coloring. This is one of my first attempts I was thinking about drawing something for my channel, like a banner or something, you know, that I would have in the front of my video, and then I'd pull it away, or actually this was before I thought about being behind the camera. I mean, I'm sorry, being in front of the camera instead of behind the camera. Either way, I'll show it. And so on and so on. Yeah, I hear that, Jason Smith. But this is what I drew here. It was supposed to be for TAC Comics. So I took, the A for Captain America and put 2 T's on the side. This one didn't come out too bad. Coloring. This is my first attempt of using coloring, color pencils, not markers. And then I graduated to markers because I decided color pencils are okay, but they didn't really give me the effect that I wanted on this stuff. And then this was part of that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing I did. This was a foot soldier. I just had to freehand, so I couldn't find a foot soldier that I liked, so I just freehanded one. And that's part of Shredder right there, and that's part of Leonardo's feet, I want to say. You had over 2,000 comics. Wow. Yeah, I'm guessing I'm just a little over 1,000, maybe 2. I stopped counting a long time ago. I just gave up. Figured if I knew how much I had, then I would definitely, like, wow. But here's the Donatello one. I showed it a long time ago, but I haven't showed it in, since recently. But that's, sorry, my hands are shaking because it's cold. But that's the Donatello that I drew. That goes with that picture. And this is on the right side of Krang. So that's when I drew Donatello. And this is when I really went into markers. I got the coloring and the shading really good. Where you see the dark parts, that's basically I did the dotting work on there, and then I went back and I just kind of lightly colored it in so the dots make it really pop on that. You have less than 100? Then you're lucky, Matilda. I mean, there's some books I'm starting to get to the point now where I'm just going to definitely take them into one of my comic book stores and trade them in for credit. Unless it's an issue I find out later that somebody needs, then I'll PM that person and see if they want to do a trade or something. But this was one, when I did the color pencils, I should have just left this black and white. This was my attempt at drawing the whole cover Wolverine with the claws. Because after I put the color in it, I was just like, oh man, I should have just left it black and white. It looks so much better black and white than it did when I colored it in. And let's see here. It's just something else. Then this was another one. This one didn't come out too bad with colored pencils. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Jason. I did Deadpool, Wolverine, and Sabretooth. I took 3 different images and then put them all together. I believe I started with the Wolverine, and then I thought Deadpool on the other side and Sabretooth right in the middle. That's one of them. And then I drew Usagi Yojimbo. I kept this one black and white. Whoops. This I have to get closer. For some reason, my camera is acting funny. Oh, thanks, Matilda. Yeah, you know, I can't show that one. And then here was a attempt with colored pencils again. This was the last one I did, and I haven't used colored pencils since. It was Batman and Grendel. Whoop. So yeah, my dog is going crazy over there with some bag. I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh, yeah, you probably can't see the Usagi Yojimbo. Yeah, that one probably, because when I drew it out, I didn't draw it in dark because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I'll probably go back and I'll redraw that in pen so it at least stands out. But that was just like little art that I started to do when I first started wanting to draw again and start showing art. Okay. So I'll just start showing books. That's cool with everybody. It's all Spider-Man books. So yeah, hope you like Spider-Man. Because like I said, this was the only books right now that I know I have a lot of, and they're kind of in a lot of different short boxes besides my Web of Spider-Man. I have some Web of Spider-Man in here only because it won't fit in my box. I have my collection, and so I'm going to have to start like a second box of Web of Spider-Man just so I can have them all together, and then I'll probably throw like my Peter Parker in there, or maybe just some mini runs of Spider-Man in there, or just mixed books. It'll all be Spider-Man. So here's Peter Parker. This is number 2. It's a Scotty Young cover. I've showed these before, so yeah. But I'm really happy. My friend texted me a while ago because we were going to go see the new Avengers movie. And he texted me and told me that he bought our tickets already, so that way we're sitting by each other. And so all I have to do is show up tomorrow, give him my share of it, and I'm going to see the new Avenger movie tomorrow at 10:45. Here's Amazing Spider-Man Learn to Crawl 1.3. Any tips for my next comic, Tat? Sure. If you're, well, it's already out, and I don't know if it just ended, but oh, well, yeah, the movie's gonna be good. Hey, what's up, Paulo? Paulo Costas in the house. For collecting books, if you're in like the mainstream characters, like Spider-Man and all that stuff, I'd say Amazing Spider-Man run's been really good. If you're into Batman, I know that the reason why I'm saying is I'm just saying, like, just in case if you're not. If you're into the Batman series, I can tell you the White Knight is really good. The New 52 run, of course, was just fantastic. I'm still trying to complete that run itself so I can go back and read a bunch. Oh, for drawing. Oh, thank you for drawing. If you're going to use markers at all, Matilda, the one thing that I've learned that's helped me from having, let's say, red bleeding into black or black bleeding into red, I basically draw the picture out first, and then I just take a ballpoint pen and I go back over my lines again. So that way when I go to do the inking part of it with markers, it doesn't bleed into the other one. You know what I mean? It kind of keeps it to where it stays apart. So even if I get too close to the line, it won't bleed into it at all. So it makes the picture still look really nice and sharp lines. And if I use colored pencils, I just try to use, I haven't used them in a long time, but I've learned not to use them on the paper that I've done drawings. Oh no, that's not even the paper, that's not even the original. Well, I can show it, but this isn't the original, because I gave the original away. Hey, Pope Cerebus, how's it going? But like when I did this picture here, it just stayed all black and white, but this wasn't the original paper. The original paper is a lot more, I wouldn't say, it's a little dense, but I wouldn't use a pen on it, let's say, because I'd be afraid that the pen might actually tear the paper if I push too hard on it, you know what I mean? Kind of deal. But this is a copy of one that I did. But this one was just all done in pencil. I did all the shading to where I'd either go really light with the pencil when I go in to do some of the hair. The back part, of course, I hit on there pretty heavy, and I do different lines going different directions. So that way, you know, it gives you like a roundness effect. Hey Murph, I just watched Amazing Murphinator's latest video, and he's showing one of his Grail books that he got, and it's really nice. If you guys like Spider-Man, go check it out. It was really cool, and it's a great book. So congratulations, Murph. I don't know, Jason, on that, how much you should sell that Mantina cover for. $2 to me. That's pretty funny. Oh, okay, Pope. I'll definitely try to do that when I'm done here. Thank you, man. Thank you again so much for getting me that book, man. It's hilarious. Yeah, this paper here, I basically took my original print to like a UPS store, and they tried to print it out as best they can, because the sheets that I was taking them were a little bit bigger than what they could have their printer put out. But you know, to get a copy like this from them was only $3. I did go to another place though, and they would be able to print the whole thing out and have it all connect, so I wouldn't have single sheets and it'd just be one piece. But God, they were going to charge like, I think almost anywhere between $40 to $50 to do that for me. And the price was kind of like, you know, I was going back and forth, but they would put it on a really high quality paper with a gloss to it. But then what kind of made me not want to do it for sure was that they said that they'd have to hold on to my prints, you know, and you know, then I'd get them back when they were done, and I was just thinking, I can't do that, because like that drawing I just showed you there, I was gifting that to someone, and I didn't want the original piece to get jacked up or they lose it, you know, and then I can't send that out to that person. So I kind of backed out of them. So I just used this UPS thing, and like I said, I keep the copy and I send the original out to the person that I drew it for. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Pope. Oh, Matilda, thank you. I'm humbled by that. Thank you. Yeah, practice. Amazing Murphinator is right, Matilda. He ain't kidding. Because I've showed my drawings how I used to draw back in the day, and it was you can see where I've grown to that point. But you know, my older brother helped me along the way when we were growing up, because I'd always just watch him draw. And then, you know, getting onto YouTube and meeting other YouTubers out there, especially like Eddie, the comic book guy, and I would see how he would draw. It just got me back into wanting to draw. So, you know, I just started sketching. Like the first stuff I showed you, that's what I started to draw in the beginning, and then I just said, you know what, I really want to get back into this. So I just put a lot of time and effort into it. I'd really focus on how the line was drawn by the artist, and I would try to do my best. And then other times I would just say, what the heck, and I'd just start doing it my own way, you know, with the hair and everything like that, and the face and the expressions. Sometimes I'd change the expressions on their face. Yeah, I do. I haven't been to a bar in a while, but yeah. That's pretty much what I do, especially when I'm at work. I get bored and I start drawing on, you know, these boards here. I get them out of some of the product that I get. They'll put this on top of the product, and the wine will be laying underneath it. You know, it's just protect the wine, and we usually would just throw these away and recycle them. Well, I use them to draw on, and also to cut out the boards for the comic books in the back. I mean, not the back, but in my box, so it doesn't press up against where the flap is and bend my book. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, just keep drawing. What I use to draw, honestly, I got asked one time if I use a drawing table, you know, or if I have like a lit up table, and I don't. I use my phone. I just go on here and I'll look up, like I'll say Spider-Man, or I'll say, you know, which I want to do a Thor one pretty soon, and I'll just ask to look up, you know, on Google, and they'll pull up a whole bunch of pictures. I mean, you'll see covers, you know, of all these different artists over the years that I've done, either the run that I'm looking at for the character, and then I'll just pick a, you know, an image that I like, and then I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in really big, and that's why my pictures are big, because I zoom in, because I really want to see that fine detail. The ones I stay away from are ones that look like they're too pixelized, because then I start drawing little squares, and I don't want to do that. Oh, I won't, Matilda. I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Yeah. Yeah, and I got a Thanos too. Yep, I got all that stuff written down. I just got to, I got to catch up on my sleep, because work's been killing me. I'm not kidding you. I go in and work 8 hours, but it sucks when I have to do my area and then jump over and do another, and then jump over and do another, and then after that, you know, spend the last part of my day outside, and it's just, you know, with the weather changing up and down, I just get so tired, and I come home and I'm even more exhausted because I have more stuff I have to do during the week. But I have all this stuff written down, trust me, because Pope, I told you I would draw you a Thanos, and I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to do that on one of these pieces of paper that I get at the dollar store. The size of this now, okay, the size of this is 22 by 28. So the Thanos will be on a piece of paper like this. It's got like a nice gloss on the side that I'll draw on, and then of course I'll ink it in. Because on the gloss ones, I like to ink them. I mean, leaving them black and white's okay, but if I do it black and white, then I'm definitely going to want to use a ballpoint pen to really get the lines fine-tuned and detailed. And yeah, Matilda, I'll let you know. Trust me, I would love to change some art with you. That'd be fun. Yeah, I told Pope Cerebus I'd do a Thanos form. You'd be looking for 13. I don't have that book. Now I was going to draw him one because I told him I want to at least repay back the favor for getting me that Daredevil book. And he said, "Nah, you don't have to, dude." And I said, "No, I want to draw you." You know, I said, "What's your favorite character?" He says, "Well, right now Thanos, man. I love Thanos." I said, "Well, hey, I'll draw you one." I still got to finish this one too. I've been getting a little bit further on it. Not like this week, but last week I did a little bit more drawing. I just got to get back on it. Nice, Pope. Do I know what the book is? She said, first appearance, I'm reading as Beastie Braddock. Is that right? Am I not reading that right? See, when I see Beastie, I'm thinking of Beast Boy. That's what I'm thinking. But the last part, I don't know if that's what's how you wanted it to be typed in there. Is Braddock? If you're talking, are you talking about Eddie Brock? I don't know. But I'm just saying that's cool. I mean, if you got a first appearance of a book you've been trying to get, that's awesome, Pope. Oh, it should become Psylocke. Oh, I'm sorry, I said Beastie. It's Betsy. Dang it. I think I need to go get my eyes checked. Because this screen's big, and I should be able to read easily. Yeah, thanks, Pope. See, I make mistakes. I never claim that I don't. That's cool, man. Should become Psylocke. Nice. Yeah, I've never seen that book before. I'll talk about books. I'll show some books. Here's Amazing Spider-Man Learn to Crawl 1.4. Captain Britain #8. Alright. Look for that book. I like to find some first appearances of characters. I do. Especially if I can find them on the cheap end. Amazing Spider-Man Learn to Crawl 1.5. I got most of these at the time when I went to St. Vincent de Paul. So that's why you'll see like I'll have just a slew of different numbers through Spider-Man, because I get lucky every once in a while I can find a Spider-Man book there. Here's a Ramos cover. It's Amazing Spider-Man #3. Black cat on there, just sweet. And my last live stream, I talked about that Punisher book being a cover swipe, and it is a cover swipe, but I was wrong on the number. It was on the, I want to say maybe the second mini-series of Punisher, and it was #1, not #4. I said it was #4, and it's the one where he's holding the bazooka. Because I went and I found that book. I should have brought it out here, but I was like, ah, man, I don't want to pull out too many books today. But yeah, I'll show it next time. The cover swipe of that one Marvel Knights Punisher I showed. Here's Amazing Spider-Man number 5. Paid $1 for this one. That's a nice cover. I like the reaction on the kid or the lady, and then the one gentleman in the bus. They're like, "What?" You know, like their face is just. The color is nice. I like the red. And here's Amazing Spider-Man, the world's greatest superhero, Amazing Spider-Man. This is number 6. No, I've never tried that, Paula. That sounds interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, Matilda. No, I never tried that, Paula. That sounds like that would be a pretty cool way to, you know, make the colors pop and everything. What I mainly use is, like, when I want to make the colors pop, I try to find anything glossy. You know what I mean? Like some of the backing boards that I have that I either replace if the board isn't all yellowish. Then I will use those and I'll draw on them. You did it a while back, the Iron Man. You know, I still haven't drawn an. Oh, I did draw an Iron Man a while back ago, but I gave it to somebody. It sounds like that would work. What Paul is suggesting. Suggesting. It sounds like that would work. I think that would look pretty cool, because then you'd have that undercoat, then like the marker would just basically, you know, make the color even pop more, I would say. It'd almost make it be like if you had a backing board. I mean, that's the impression that I would get. I've never tried that before, but that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to have to do that on my next drawing. Especially because I notice, like, when the markers, when I'm doing that on my custom box tops, they don't, here's Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, number 8. They don't really, you know, the colors, they don't pop as much as I'd like them to, because it's soaking into the cardboard, of course. It wouldn't ruin, I don't think it would ruin the marker. I don't think it would, especially if you're using a Sharpie. But see, that's all I'm afraid of. Like, I would think like a Sharpie might actually just, you know what I mean, it would just take over the colored pencil part of it. You drew Miles Morales? Yeah, I remember that picture. You drew his head. But it wouldn't ruin the colored pencils, of course, because, you know, your color. That's why he was saying you'd want to do colored pencil first and then go back over with the marker. Now, if you did the marker first and colored pencil, yeah, you're just going to either ruin the paper. You're going to ruin the paper for one. Two, it would just make it look like a mess. So that's why he's saying you want to do the colored pencil first and then go back over with marker. And depending on how you color it, you know, you could probably just color in colored pencil, and then just do the outline of it, of that section, and that same color with a marker, and then maybe just, you know, you could do a little dot effect on it if you wanted to, or you could do lines, vertical lines going back and forth. And I think that's a cool technique. I'm gonna have to try that. Big time. Here's Endgame Deadly Foes Spider-Man number 4. It's a part 4 series. I'm trying to remember why I grabbed this issue. Not ringing a bell. Usually I'll just grab books of Spider-Man left and right if they're done by Randy. If Randy did the inking in there, because I like to get Randy to sign them. Here's Marvel Comics Spider-Man Region, and this is Kara Andrews, issue number 1 of 4. Hey Bubs, how's it going? Oh, thanks. So I have this cover here, and then I have the black and white one. I bought these a long time ago, and I'm sad to say I did pay the price they're asking. And I gotta replace the bags and boards on these. I haven't done that yet, because one of my comic book stores that I go to, they don't really replace the bags and boards unless they have it, you know, on hand. If the book already comes in a bag and board, they'll just put it in the box. So then I definitely pull them out to make sure, especially if it's a, you know, it's a black cover or black border around the book, that you know, doesn't have all the scrubs and scrunches on it and stuff. And then here is this is 2, so I need to find 3 and 4 of this book. And these will probably be the titles of Spider-Man that I'll put in with the rest of my Web of Spider-Man that won't fit in a short box. And then, I don't know how many copies I have of this one. But I don't mind picking them up, and I don't mind getting them. I love these books. I love the Spider-Man run that McFarlane did, because I feel he took Spider-Man to another level, you know, especially with the webbing. But this is Spider-Man number 13. It's McFarlane. Oh, they do? I think I have that. I think I have some of the Spider-Man of that book in here. I think I do. But yeah, that one I have there. Those are the only ones that I've found so far of that Spider-Man region. That's how I pronounce it. Oh, you ended up sending Mr. Joker in Iron Man. Oh, cool. Is that Joker 68? Oh, he'll like it, Matilda. He'll like it. But I understand why you're kind of worried, or you're thinking, if you will. I have that same feeling too when I send out stuff. I'm always like, I hope they like it. Nice, Jason. Congrats, man. Yeah, wasn't that great, Bubs? The Batman she did. Here's Spider-Man number 14. It's also McFarlane run. These books I'm showing you here, though, these were just all the books that were kind of scattered around in some of my other short boxes, and I'm just trying to get, if anything, all my Spider-Mans in one box so I can at least have it somewhat organized so I know which ones are Spider-Mans. So I have to keep digging through my books, and I'm trying to organize them as I'm putting them in here with all these different titles. Here's Spider-Man number 47. Oh, you sent them that too? Right on. And here's Spider-Man number 51. Yeah, I paid $2 for it. It's a nice little foil, half foil cover. Death of Spider-Man Prelude. This is issue 154. So I can get it centered. Those thumbnails have a home. That's cool. That's really nice of you, though, Matilda. You know, and I watched your latest video too, where you were doing support for the YouTuber. He'll come to me in a few minutes. But for anybody out there who's in my chat right now, whenever Matilda does a support video, she's always saying, "If I win, gift it to someone else." You know, and she already has like a YouTuber in mind, and I just think that's awesome. You know, I think I should start trying to do that too. I just didn't want to, like, well, you know, if it's cool, Matilda, I'll use your idea every once in a while. If that's cool, because I think the idea I think what you're doing for this community, besides your own videos that you do, but when you do support videos, you're always saying, well, you know, give my winnings if I win to this person or this person. That's just awesome. That's fantastic. I was thinking about possibly doing the same thing, just because for me it's like, you know, I got enough books. I don't need any more books. I still have a lot of reading I have to do. You know, I can't say I've read this issue yet, but I know that there is a book where Spider-Man does die, but I don't think he doesn't die for too long. But I think it was like in a miniseries. I'm trying to remember. It could have been this one. But see, this one I don't see where it says, because like this is Death of Spider-Man Prelude. This is issue 153. But I believe there's a mini-series out there. It's like a 4 or 5 part, maybe 6 part series of Spider-Man. I want to say that, you know, they do kill off Spider-Man. But, you know, it all just depends on, you know, the writer and if they just want to put a twist out there, you know, because they're trying to sell books to make money. He'll be back in Avengers 4. Yeah. Yeah, they're coming out to Spider-Man Homecoming too. You added a comment because you just didn't want to send paper. Oh, that's nice, Matilda. Not my idea. Then this right here, this is Back in Black, and this is Sensational Spider-Man. This is number 36. I couldn't believe that I went to my comic store, and these are just right there. They were just thrown in a mixed box. And to be honest, I can't remember how much I paid for these, but I know it wasn't more than $1 or $2 a book. Because sometimes they get too busy and they're like, well, you know, if they have time, they can look up on the computer for me. And other times I go in there and I spend enough money that they're like, hey, dude, I'll just give it to you for $2 a piece, you know. So I got this one here, and these are great covers. Haven't had a chance to read them yet either. One, because I couldn't find them, and then two, it was just, I get so busy, and that's bad. But you know, I'm an optimistic. I think, you know, every once in a while I'll have that time I can read a book, and when I do, I try to go back and, you know, read the ones I want to read. Oh, it does. Costs a lot to send to Israel. I've never sent to Israel. Here's Back in Black, the Sensational Spider-Man. This is issue 37. Yeah, I came across all these, and like I said, I want to say I only pay like $1 or $2 for them. Same title. This is number 38. Here Lies Eddie Brock. I love this cover, mainly because one, the pose that he's in, the colors they use, the blacks, the blues, even a little bit of gray. It's just awesome cover. For a Spider-Man, I like that. You know, and of course, like I said, it says Here Lies Eddie Brock. Then here's the same title. This is number 39. This one's cool too. God, man, the artist on here, I can't tell because it looks like this was cut really short at the bottom, and that's where it looks like the artist signed. That's a cool Venom cover right there. His tongue hanging out and everything. All right, but yeah, I still got to read them. Oh, it's Crane. Crane's the one that did that one because his name's down here and it didn't get cut off. That one did, so yeah, it's all good. It still looks like it's centered pretty nicely. This is number 40, same title. Mary Jane there, front cover. See, Crane is right there. And I know that Crane did a bunch of Ghost Rider too, and I have a few of those covers, and I really like how he drew Ghost Rider. This was a book that was gifted to me from no other than Davis Confines, and this is a special issue. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 262. Sorry, that's a little bit better. Here's Back in Black, but this is the Amazing Spider-Man, not the Sensational Spider-Man. This is number 539. The one that I'm trying to hunt down, I keep getting so dang close, is New Ways to Die. I believe that's the title of it. It's a Spider-Man issue. It's the one where I believe you get the first appearance of Anti-Venom in that run. And I know that book's probably, you know, it's pretty spendy, but that run, oh god, man, I really want to find that run, and I know I will. I'm not worried about getting it either, because I mean, god, today I just saw in the Legends, you know, these Legend figurines and stuff, they came out the Deadpool line, and I saw the 2 Deadpools at Target the other day, and they were going for like $20, and I was like, oh man, I wanted to grab it, but I figure if I found them once, Maybe I might get lucky, but it's Deadpool, and Deadpool toys usually sell out really fast. Here's Back in Black. This is also from Amazing Spider-Man. This is $5.40. I was saying earlier too, if you haven't seen Amazing Mercenaries' newest video, go check it out. I mean, the Spider-Man book that he got is really cool. I'll say that it's under, I want to say it's under 10, the number. I know what number it is, I just don't want to give it away. Figure everybody go watch it, it's really cool. It's a great video. Murph did a good job. Good job. Amazing Spider-Man, this is $5.41, Back in Black. Oop, there we go. Same title. This is $5.43. The red on the back of that is just choice. I like that. Then here's a Brand New Day. This is Amazing Spider-Man. This is $5.54. Oh, sorry about the glare. Yeah. It's just really cool. I'm going to zoom in on his face. You can kind of see his eye. Spider-Man's like, what the hell? Thanks, Jason. This one, when I found it, of course I wasn't going to leave it behind. It was only $3, or no, I didn't. Yeah, maybe I did pay $3 for this one. I don't know. But it's an Annie Granoff. I love Annie Granoff. This is number 610, Amazing Spider-Man. I love Annie Granoff. I said I got to meet him, and he's a nice dude. You're making a video later, Jason? Cool. Yeah. Right on, dude. I'll check it out. Like I said, if anybody wants to talk about in the chat, please do, about if you're putting out a video, or if there's you know, something you have coming up on your channel. Let everybody know here if it's a contest or whatever. I think that's a cool way of letting anybody know who's in the chat if you got something going on. One Moment in Time. This is Amazing Spider-Man 639. This would have been a cool cake topper for my wedding, but my wife would have never gone for that. Then, yeah, I do, like I said, this Amazing Spider-Man run, of course, this is the newest one that came out. You know, it's the whole hype of the Red Goblin. But see, I was already grabbing these books before I knew about the character Red Goblin, how they were going to put that out. Because I love the covers. They're Alex Ross. This is Amazing Spider-Man 790. And I do have 797. I just gotta find it. That's why I've like figured, man, I gotta put my books together. Here's 791. Because if I can get Alex Ross covers for a cover price when they come out, I'm grabbing them. Because sometimes I'm afraid if I wait too long, either they won't drop in price or they'll go up in price. And I love Alex Ross. Just the way how he draws, the expressions and the coloring of his art is just fantastic. Here's 792. Here's 793. Hold it back, maybe it won't get back glare. Maybe some of them will work close up. And here's 794. Where is Wolverine? That's cool. I like that little stamp right there. Then here's 795. This is when they start talking about the Red Goblin. So I got a couple copies of those. Oh. Here's 796. Then, of course, here is the first appearance of the Red Goblin, 798. Whoa, the glare. I got a couple copies of those too. I'll have to show the copies. And here's Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 42. This just got thrown in my box, and I was like, okay, I'll get it. You know, it's a Spider-Man title. I usually don't grab a lot of the annuals unless it's a story in that run that I really, really want to read, you know. And so I'll buy the annual so I don't touch the original one. I'm kind of, you know, silly about that. But that's why with the X-Men Classic run, I really want to finish that, because just reading those stories and not having to actually touch a physical copy of the original, to me, I feel like I'm, you know, I wouldn't be damaging the original. I can thumb through the classic all I want. If that makes any sense. I think it does, but. Then here is Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, number 1. It's the variant edition of Scotty Young. Oh, you got the variant covers? That's cool. Yeah, I have a few. I have a few of the variant covers, but I wasn't really worried about getting the variant covers because, like, in my comic book store, the one that I have a pull list at right now. But that's cool, man. Congratulations on that, on getting those variant covers, Jason. You know, for them to get a variant cover, they have to order, you know, of course you guys probably have heard this before, but, you know, they have to order so many copies of the original before they can get a variant. And usually anybody that's on that list first will get the variant if they want it before anybody else. And I know on the Amazing Spider-Man run at this store, I'm probably like, you know, gosh, I got to at least be number 15 or 17 on that list that's collecting the Amazing Spider-Man run. So for me to get a variant, it's slim to none. Oh, the Kirkman. Nice. And then here is Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 8. I can't believe this one was still on the shelf, to be honest with you. I was really happy to get this one. Sorry about all the glare, but it's a black cover and a brand new bag, so yeah, that is just awesome. Love that cover. You need the other 5, Jason? Hopefully you can get them, man. I just don't see too many variants here, at least at the stores that I go to. The one store I won't mention a name that I do not like to go to anymore, I'm pretty sure they have them there, but I just don't like going to that store. I can't support somebody that tells you one thing and then does the opposite. Excuse me, especially when it comes to, you know, for me being a collector. You know, if you're up front, like if I go into someone's store and they're up front with me right off the bat and they tell me, hey, this is what we do, this is what we don't do, I'm cool with that. But I don't like it when they say, oh yeah, it's first come, first serve. And you get there and they still have copies, and then you go up there and you're at least buying 2, and they say, no, well, we can only sell you 1. It's like, what? You know, it's like, man, that's not how I roll. You know, but if you would have told me that in the beginning at this store that I don't like going to, then that would have been cool. I would have walked in there without having my, you know, expectations to, you know. Here's Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 15. Hey, Seeking Near Mick Comics. You were here first? Matilda was that I saw. But hey, welcome, man. Nice to see you, brother. Here's Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 16. Just showing a bunch of Spider-Man books. Seeking Near Mick. I just wanted to kind of organize my books, get them at least where I have, you know, in one box. It'd just be one title. It won't be like, you know, going DC Marvel. That kind of drives me crazy because then I forget what I have. RC3 Art, what's up, brother? Doomsday Comics, what's up, brother? If anybody hasn't checked out RC3 Art videos lately, he's talking about, you know, the business that he wants to start up, you know, subscription boxes. Please go check it out. He does have some sweet books that he'll put the package together and send it out to you. And I just think it's such a great idea that, you know, I definitely want to show him support whenever I can. It's just cool you're in here too. Here's Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, number 17. And RC3, I've been talking to the wife about letting me hook up with one of those subscription boxes, and she's still thinking about it. But that's good. She's thinking about it, so she might let me at least start off with the smaller box first, you know, and get books that way. Because if I do that, I probably will have to cut back on one of my LCSs, which is fine. I don't mind, you know. I don't mind. Because one of them, I'm only doing it right now just to get doubles anyways of the Amazing Spider-Man run. That's the only reason why I set up a subscription box with them. But they're a great store. It's just my main LCS I go to, you know, they don't order a lot of books because they're still trying to sell a lot of their back issue stuff. So they do get new stuff, but, you know, they don't order as much because they don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of books. So for me, my Amazing Spider-Man books I get from them, I'm lucky if I get 2 copies. So I decided, well, I'll go to my other LCS, you know, and set up at least 3 books that I want to get, and that way I at least have 2 copies. But once this Amazing Spider-Man kind of slows down a little bit more after issue 800, then I'll probably just cancel subscription. I won't be so worried, and then I'll tell my wife, hey, I canceled that one, so let me hook up with your, you know, with RC Arts subscription box, and she'll probably let me do it. I think she will. They should. Let's see, they say, dang. They should have a full box for me. Does that mean to me, Seeking Nearmits? Seeking Nearmit? Yeah, they should, huh? At least one of my stores, they have more than a full box. They just have long boxes for me. Hey, no problem. No problem. Amazing Spider-Man number 32. Once a Goblin. Like I said, these are probably covers that everybody already has or they've seen. I just figured I didn't have any new books. I didn't buy any new books. So I figured I'd just show what I've done today. Yeah, see, this is like, this book shouldn't even be in here. Amazing Spider-Man 200. I paid $6 for this one. It does have, well, no, the staple is okay on this one. Or it's not even a staple, I'm sorry. Either way, I was kind of going back and forth on picking up this book because at the time, the store didn't really know me as well, so they weren't really allowing just anybody they don't know pull books out of bags, you know, because they try to write a description either on the front on a sticker or they put it on the back to tell you kind of the condition of the book. But now that they know me and they know I really handle books well, they'll let me pull books out of bags and look through them and thumb through them to see if I want to pay the price they're asking or whatnot. But yeah, I bought this book there. I was really happy. I saw it there for like 3 weeks and I finally went back and grabbed it. I figured I got to do it. Show your Hulk 181. I've already done that. I have to go back in my house. Let's see. Yeah, that Amish cover is nice, Jason. I do have the reprint of Hulk 181. I got that book before I actually was able to get my first copy of Hulk 181. I still got to go. That's what I wanted to go do today. Is I wanted to go throw some money down on my second copy of 181, but they're closed today, so I got to go tomorrow. I'm going to go after I go see the Avengers movie. This one here, this has definitely got some condition to it, but it's still readable. It's a McFarlane cover, Amazing Spider-Man 325, and I only paid $1 for it, so yeah, I can pass it up. You got Red Skull down here in the little box smoking a stogie. It's pretty cool. And And then here's Amazing Spider-Man 351. Now I definitely bought this one because I want to complete my run, and two, anytime I see an RE on the book right there and Bagley, mainly RE because I still have not met Bagley yet. But RE, that's Randy Amberlin. That's my uncle. That's what I like to call him. I find his books, I grab them, and I get them signed every time. And he's already gotten used to me doing that now. But you know, I have a system with him now. If I see he's busy, I don't bug him. I wait till he really slows down, or you know, I just leave him at his table and I come back and pick him up later. You know, because Randy's that great of a guy. I'm not kidding you. Hey, Big E's, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming in here. I paid $4 for this one. This is Venom Attacks Amazing Spider-Man. This is $3.74, and of course this is Bagley and Randy Amberlin cover. Of course, Bagley did the art and Randy did the inking. Yeah, I like that cover. Oh, Elk's here too. What's up, bud? Thanks for stopping in here. Then here is 379 Amazing Spider-Man Maximum Carnage. This is 7 of part 14. This story is great, but man, it jumps all around to different titles of Amazing Spider-Man, which is fine. But of course, it's a Bagley and Randy combination there. So I'm gonna get Randy to sign this one, because I don't believe I have this one signed yet. I know I have 2 copies at least. I can't remember if I got Randy to sign it or not. Probably did, but I don't care. I love Randy's signature. Thanks for stopping by, Biggies. Yeah, stay as long as you want, man. I don't want you to get in trouble, though. This one I know I already have. I think this is probably like my 3rd copy, and I know I gifted one to a friend of mine, signed by Randy. But anytime I see this cover for $1, I pick it up because I know I can get it signed by Randy. This is 387. It's a cool cover. I like that a lot. That Spider-Man's really old. The Vulture's really still young. You need 1 through 100 of Amazing Spider-Man? Who doesn't? And this Amazing Spider-Man 383, another Randy Bagley. I try to keep any books that I have signed, I try to keep them separate from my from any books that aren't signed, so that way I know like everything in that box is all signatures, and I have about 3 short boxes full of signatures, because some of them I do want to get slabbed and some of them I don't. I just haven't decided on which ones yet, so I figure if I keep them in a separate short box for myself, it just cuts down the time of trying to find these books a lot easier for me. A lot easier. Didn't miss too much, Mattel. I'm just still showing books and just talking. Yeah, I missed too much. Except some people that just came in, like Big E's and Seeking Internet Comics. Elk came in here. I believe he's still here. Here's Amazing Spider-Man 391. And this is, of course, another Randy and Bagley. He said anytime I see Randy's signature or the initials on a book, I grab it. I just do. So, I mean, he's just such a great guy. Him and his wife, Judy, they're just so nice to go up and talk to. And, you know, he could throw out a sketch pretty fast if you're asking for something in particular. And, yeah, he's just an amazing guy. About to kill this cat. Okay, hey, Seeking Internet Comics, man. Take care, bro. Thanks for coming in. Oh, you're getting a snack. Oh, that's cool, man. I figured you'd still be here. A lot of times when I'm watching people's live streams or whatnot, I'm there. I just like to listen to what they're saying. A lot of times I forget to type in, or I have an idea and I'm just like, I forget to say it. Here is Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man Annual number 4. This one's a little beat up too, but I figure for $1, you know, it's not bad. I'll read it. And this goes into my Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man run. I had 2 copies of this, but I gifted one to a YouTuber a while back, and yeah, I paid $8 for this one, and this is number 1. Now I know this isn't my whole collection of Peter Parker Spectacular. This is just, I haven't really designated a box to this run yet, but I'm going to. Hey, take care, Big East. Thanks, brother. Thank you for stopping here. Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers. This is Hefeweizen. I ran out of Blue Moon, so I gotta drink Heifer, which is not bad. I love this beer too. And this one is made in Oregon too, which is nice. But here's number 1. There you go. So yeah, I gotta go buy me another empty box and just grab all my Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Mans and throw them all in there. Here's number 12. Because I know I have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of this, but they're not in this box. Just after watching Mr. Rigor Mortis's videos, his last 2, him just getting stuff organized, man, it's like sparked me to go, okay, I don't want to stop drawing, but I figured, man, I gotta get my books in order. This is driving me crazy. Because whenever I use my CLZ app, if I don't shut that thing off, it just drains my battery on my phone. So, I'm sorry, that's number 35. Oh, thank you so much, RC3 Art. Thank you, man. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome, bro. I'm definitely gonna shoot a video for that one. He's hooked me up with some books I needed for a run of mine. I won't say what run, but oh man, dude, thank you so much. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I'm not kidding you. I'm freaking stoked. I'm stoked to get those books, man. Here's number 40. Yes, he does have a good channel. Great channel. I found him on YouTube through. Okay, I know it. I'm just kidding. Semperfi Comic Guy. Semperfi Comic Guy. He's a great YouTuber. I love his channel. Love his attitude, his personality. Just the man's awesome. And I learned about RC3 Art through Semperfi, and that's how I became friends with RC3 Art. And he's got a great channel. Him and his dad, like I've said before, they share the same passion of collecting comic books. And RC3 Art is a fantastic artist. Bro, you gotta show some of your art one of these times. I mean, seriously, bro, you gotta show some of your art sometimes. Just blows me away. His line work, his detail, and everything. It's just, I love, because he's been sharing some of his photos with me of what he's been drawing. I've been doing the same with him. And I love to see how his drawing progresses. You know what I mean? It just blows me away. Fantastic artist. Yeah, and I still got to do a video for your contest, RC3R. I will. Hopefully tomorrow, because today I gotta. I'm done here. I gotta finish putting away laundry. I just figured, man, I gotta take a break from laundry, But I will shoot a video for your contest tomorrow, bro. Show support, man, big time. Yeah, I hear you, Pope. I just think it's awesome that him and his dad have this passion. They both love collecting books, and going after the same title. And I know that there was a book that you showed me that you said that was the kicker that got you and your dad both just enjoying books and going and collecting books. And I don't know if you've ever showed that book before, so I wouldn't want to give it away. But man, I remember you showing me the book and telling me that. I was like, oh. I mean, honestly, him and his dad have great taste in books, man. Great taste in books. Oh yeah, I know everybody has time, bro, but I still want to get it out there, man. When I got the time, I want to do it. Here is number 52. Another just fantastic cover. This one I was shocked to find it in the condition that I did. I mean, it's nice. There's no creases in it whatsoever. I'm still thinking about taking this one though, and I want to get it pressed. I got a friend I'm going to send this to Cholula Comics. He does some pressing. I'm going to send it to him because he's not too far from me to send this book, and you know, I know I'll get it back at a decent time. I know there's a lot of other YouTubers out there that press too, and they do amazing work. Just for me, sending it to them would be a little bit farther than if I did to Cholula. Jonathan, was me. Oh, hey, great legend. Thanks, brother. Yeah, the beard's coming in, huh? I was just close to shaving it off, but when I did that, man, Vince did not recognize me. Vince was like, who the hell is that? In the video where I had, when he finally realized, I guess he must have watched my whole video, and Vince didn't realize that I shaved off my beard. And then I see his comment, goes, wait a second, what the hell? Who is that? He goes, what'd you do? I told him, he started laughing. I told him I was going to, because there was a deal a long time ago. Let me show this book, number 53. I told Vince, I said, man, dude, if I ever shave off my beard, expect a Ziploc bag of my hair to be sent your way. And I didn't send him the bags. I thought, nah, you know, I was just kidding. But he might have taken me seriously. But he goes, I don't want to go too much detail, but it was hilarious. Yeah, I missed his live the other day, but I heard you were in there, Legend, because I heard him talking back and forth with you and stuff. I just missed it. And like he said, I fell asleep. I really did. But man, I was like so wanting to watch that. And I've been trying to leave a comment on that video for the books you showed, especially that Punisher, the Punisher run you were showing. Holy smokes, man. Nice covers, nice books. But it won't let me leave a comment. I've kind of noticed some of my videos sometimes now. When I go to click on it just to make sure, see if I missed anything, it uses the whole screen on my phone, and then I have to wait for that to be over or just get out of it, exit back, that I can go back and look at the comments. Here's number 68, same title, Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man. Oh, Matilda, if you go back and watch some older videos, you'll see some of it where I shaved it off, and I was trying to do the Wolverine lamb chops. It worked for the first couple of days, and then after a while, my son just started laughing at me, so I had to shave it completely off. And then I wasn't showing my face. I was behind the camera. Because, yeah, my face, I look way different, way different. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Pope. Here is number 69. 69, right? Great covered cloak and dagger on the front. And then here's number 76. You know that. I think one of the reasons why I never really thought about getting books pressed, because I usually don't buy books that I would consider pressing. I try to find the best quality of book. But I've seen some of these YouTubers that have done pressing, like J-Rod. I've seen Cholula do some pressing. There's a lot of YouTubers out there. Gosh, and his name is eluding me right now. It's not Exile State, but oh, he's part of he's on part of that group at Exile State with JLS. Gosh, what is his name? But he does pressing too. He was just on a live stream with 9.8 Crew, and he was talking about it. And I thought, I thought he answered the questions really well that everybody was asking him. He's done some pressing too. In fact, that's what he does. And he's supposedly he has really good prices. Just for me, he's a lot farther away from me. So. Here's number 78. Here's number 79. This one actually came as I think this is a My Light bag. I bought it like that, so I'm definitely going to change it out. But I mean, right now it's presented pretty well, so I'm not too worried. I just have to definitely go through like this box here and replace a lot of the bags of boards on them. Here's number 117, Doctor Strange, the Black Cat. Where is Spider-Man? Yeah, Legend's been around a long time, and his channel's great. He does a lot of good auction shows on there. Legend also does video game streaming. He also does haul videos. I mean, he does it all. He's got a great channel, and he's always mixing it up with the people in the chat. Always just communicating and everything. And his boy's really good at what's that game you were playing a while back, Great Legend, where you and your son were trying to play, and I guess the first part of it you guys were figuring it out, then you got it on there. Your son's really good at that game. God, it wasn't DC Legends, no. Oh man, it's eluding me, but it's the one where you fight like Mortal Kombat and stuff. Here is 375 Amazing Spider-Man. Now I have, gosh, this is probably like my 8th copy. Guess off the top of my head. Sea of Thieves is what you're playing now too. Yeah, I have the #1 issue to that book. I still got to read it. Hey, J-Rocks, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for coming in here. Everybody say hello to J-Rocks. But I have multiple copies of this one because one I definitely have slabbed. Other ones, I mean, anytime I grab this book and I remember to take it, I get Randy to sign it. I got Danny to sign it a couple times. I just need Bagley to sign this one. Or I do have a Bagley one, but it was already pre-signed. I didn't get to meet him. Oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Especially, I mean, you to put me next, for you to say my name with Legends name. That's awesome. Because yeah, I love the Legends channel. It was a no-brainer. As soon as I started finding out about the Legend, I subbed his channel. I've been subbed ever since, man. I love it. And a lot of times I can catch his live streams. Sometimes I can't. But whenever I can, I'm in. Then I at least try to say hi to everybody. I love how the Legend talks, man. Straight up, I love how he talks. I ain't gonna lie. I love how he talks. And then this one is Planet Symbiotes, Part 1 of 5, and it's the Amazing Spider-Man. It's a super special, as they say. Well, I grabbed it mainly because, one, it's got Venom and Spider-Man on it. The moon's got Venom's face on it. It's really cool. And it's 1995, and it's a thick book. I paid $2 for it. Do I have an extra of Amazing Spider-Man 375? Let me see here. Oh, yeah, 375. Do I have extras of this? Oh heck yeah, dude! I got 2 of them signed by Randy that are for my boys, and then I got mine slabbed and signed by Randy and Danny, and then the one I have of Bagley, I just gotta get Randy to sign that one. I want to get that one slabbed. I'll have to pay that $20 for because I didn't have anybody witness the signature, so I have to pay that $20 for that. Hey, Jeff, what's up? Jeff Johnson's in the house. How's it going, man? And Apollo's back from dinner. Right on, brother. Glad you got to eat. This one, you're talking about, Pope? Yeah, this is a cool cover. When Randy signed this one, he actually was rubbing the arm of Venom there because he was telling me, he says, hey, I'm not messing you up your book. He says, I just have to rub on covers like this so that way when I go to sign, it sticks. You know what I mean? Because there is a type of film that's over these to protect that gloss, that thing. So when he did that, he didn't damage the book. It just made it to where the signature would stick. Yeah, so you're talking about this one, Jason? You don't have this one? I actually gifted one of these to Rigor Mortis. It was cool. I had him do it in green. It came out awesome. So you don't have one of those, Jason? Yeah, Portugal. That's what I am. I'm Portuguese. I was telling Apollo that I'm Portuguese, and it's cool. I never really got to learn a lot of Portuguese words. I learned a few, but they're mainly from my cousins who all live in Hawaii. So they speak pidgin and stuff, and they were teaching me some bad words in Portuguese because they do speak Portuguese well enough that they can actually do the alphabet and everything. But the one that was really able to speak Portuguese in my family really well was an aunt of mine, but she passed away. But my whole family is all Portuguese. So it was cool when I watched some of Paulo's videos that he did where he was interviewing artists and writers from Portugal and stuff. It was cool to hear them speak and hear them talk about their book and how passionate they were and what the story's about. It's really cool. He did some great interviews. So you're looking for that one, Jason? Well, I am sending you, Jason. I am sending you the Daredevil, right? So I'll just, okay, if you need this one, bro, I'll put this in your package. You got it. All right, so I'll put this with the Daredevil I'm sending you. Of course, this one won't have a signature on it, unless if you want me to get a signature. The next con that it's going to be happening is going to be November. So if you want, I could get Randy to sign this, but if you're not too worried about a signature, then bro, I'll just send it to you. I'll send this one with the Daredevil I have for you. And this one's actually really nice. The spine is good, bro. It's shiny. Yeah. So, yeah, you can have this one, Jason. I'll send it to you. I got plenty of copies, and I find that book all the time. Oh, hey, take care, legend. Thanks for coming here. Here is, of course, this is Venom 164. It's part 1. Just want to make sure this wasn't the True Believer one, because I grabbed all the True Believers of the Venom. Yeah, I'm starting to run into my Venom books because I have those in there. I'm trying to keep them all together. None of these. Okay, I'll definitely give that Spider-Man. That one's yours, okay, bro? I'm gonna leave it right there. I know what box it's in, but these ones I got to keep all of these ones. Okay, you don't need to say. Okay, so I'll put that with the Daredevil 300. The rest of these books here, I'm keeping all of these ones, just because one, it's one of my favorite runs of Venom, Lethal Protector, and two, I got two boys and they don't have any of those books, so I'm gonna hook them up when I know they're gonna really take care of their books. But this is True Believers #1. This is Venom Shiver. Grab that one. And I'm almost done with this too. Almost done with this short box. This is Venom and Carnage, True Believers #1. Of course, I have this original cover, and I have it signed by Randy. So, yeah. I don't need this one signed. I got the other one signed. Here's True Believers Venom Lethal Protector #1. That one, I only have one copy of that one. I only have one copy of that Spider-Man. And then this is the new Spider-Man vs. Venom. This is #1. And along came a spider. Just heard my dog breathe. I was like, what the heck is that? It sounded like one of those old compressions you use for your fireplace to get the fire to go. Here is Land Before Crime. Starts here. This is Venom 151. And I do have the Annie Granoff variant cover. When I saw that at my comic store, I paid $15 for it, but it was well worth it. I couldn't leave it up there on their shelf as the last one they had. Here's Venom 154. Then here comes like a lot of the mini-series of Venom that I have. Knights of Vengeance, Venom #1. This one, though, this one isn't a mini-series at all. Got confused there. So they came out with so many different Venom titles, it's crazy. You had one Spider-Man book? Oh, what number? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Okay, let me what number that is. Gotcha, bro. Let's cut back here. I'll find it. I'll find it. Yeah, when I was collecting comic books, Matilda, I only had like 5 Spider-Man books, and most of them were Spider-Man books. And when I quit collecting comics, all I had was 5 Spider-Man books. When I got back into collecting, all I had was 5 Spider-Man books. So when I started going after my Spider-Man books, like like wildfire. And the one I always wanted to finish was Web of Spider-Man, because I noticed that was the one I had the most of. So I really wanted to collect that run and get it finished. I'm almost there. Almost there. Can't wait to do the whole run. Gosh. I think I'd find it easy. I know who's on the front cover. It's Doctor Strange and Black Cat. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? I'm getting there. Here it is. It's Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 117. This one right here, right? Oh, come on. Yeah, I can do this. We're talking about this one, right, Jason? Issue 117. And there's another one, too. I have it's the one where he's hanging. They have him hanging by the rope, and I believe that one also is titled Where is Spider-Man? That goes with this run. I have one copy of that one, too. Oh, you gave it away in a giveaway? Yeah, so 117, Jason. Here's Carnage Unleashed, Part 3 of 4. This is Venom, number 3. This is a cool cover. Totally, this cover right here totally makes me think of the one. You know, of course, it's the oh gosh, it's the iconic Spider-Man cover where Hobgoblin is tearing Spider-Man's suit apart, and you know that's the one we're supposed to have. I want to say the tattoo. I believe it's the tattoo inside. You know, if you have that, then it keeps the book value up. Oh, you're welcome, man. This is number 3. So I'm just saying, like how he's ripping that apart there, kind of makes me think of that. Of course, the cover I'm talking about, though, he's right in the center, right? But still, that's really cool. I like the battles between Carnage and Venom. And here is number 4. Carnage Unleashed, Part 4 of 4. So yeah, I have 3 and 4. I don't have 1 or 2, but I'll get them. I mean, I'm not worried about it. Still got the price tag up here. So see, I haven't replaced the bag and board in this, but I mean, this board is brand new, so I'm not worried about it. In fact, I even have comic books that I bought way back in the 80s that are still in the original bag and board. Of course, if I see any of them that have the brown on the back, because those are the old boards used to have, I replace those. But if it's white on both sides, then I just leave it if it doesn't look like the book is damaged at all. Yes, it's the first Hobgoblin. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. This one here, this is Venom Madness Part 1 of 3. I finally got was it number 3 a while back, so I do have. It's just a 3-part series. But this one's cool because this cover here, it's got that embossing technique to it, where you know the page itself in certain parts is a little bit higher than the rest, so it really makes it pop. And basically, all of Venom is that way on this cover, except right where his eye is. So Juggernaut's not embossed on it, but I love covers like this. And I took one, I think it was one of my Lethal Protectors. I have to check. I have to look at the cover. I took one of them. I believe it was one of my Lethal Protector covers that I took, and I got it signed, and I didn't know if it would come out okay because it was like one of those embossed covers. Okay, no, it wasn't one of my Lethal Protectors, but I have it in my box, and that's why it's not in here. But it came out good. So like this one here, like his face, all right here, this is all right, you know, rised up from the cover itself, and this is more flat. So if I ever got this one signed, I'd probably want to get it signed across there. That's number 1 of 3. Can't keep. Here's number 2. Little Juggernaut action going on there. Like on the first one. And then here's the last part of that. Number 3. The Madness. Oh, hey, take care too, Jay. Thanks for stopping in here, man. And then here is Funeral Prey, and this is number 1. And yeah, fabulous first issue. It's got Punisher on there. Whoa. It's got that nice foily cover to it. I got 2 of those. Here's number 3. So, I'm missing number 2. Or maybe I got it somewhere, I just gotta find it. Just number 2. That series. So I usually find these like in the dollar bin, but sometimes, man, these will be like I paid $3 for this, which I didn't mind. I mean, I had the money. I wasn't gonna hurt my wallet. I try to find a lot of these at a cheaper rate, but you know, Venom was getting hot, and he's gonna probably even get more hot as soon as the movie drops, if the movie's good, right? And here's Venom: The Enemy Within, Part 1. This is number 1. I love that cover. And here's my Lethal Protector run. I have 3 copies of number 1. Because I went to the last swap meet I went to, the guy had the whole set, and he was selling it for, I want to say, like $5. So I was like, no brainer, grabbed it. And then the other one I bought off the shelf when it first came out, and then I can't remember how I got the other one. Maybe I got the other one in just a long box, but I got 3 copies of that. So 1 for me, 1 for my son, 1 for my other son. Oh, thank you, Matilda. You have a great day. Yeah, I'm almost done. Oh, thanks. Thanks, RC. Here's number 2, and I have 2 copies of that. Figure like I already know what I want to get tattooed on my right arm. You talking about the first one, Glows in the Dark? Not my copy. I used to love taking a black light to my comic books back in the day, though, and just, you know, have it glow off the book. And then here is number 3. Like I said, none of these books I can get rid of, man, because I got 2 boys, and my son loves Venom. I got 4 copies of this one, number 3. But I found those books, believe it or not. I know I found one of the Lethal Protectors. I only paid $1 for it, and then when I bought that pack, it was $5, and there's 6 books in here. So you know, I was able to get it for, well, 1 book for free. I paid $1 for each every one. Yeah, and like this one here, this one I only paid $1 for. This number 4, but I got 4 copies of it. Yeah, it wasn't Lethal Protector, yeah, because that one doesn't. I think I just showed the only one I have of Enemy Within. And that one. Yeah, the only one I have of Enemy Within. This one isn't glow in the dark, but I think it was this cover that they did have that glow in the dark, but mine isn't. The only book I know I have for sure that glows in the dark is my Ghost Rider. God, I can't remember the number of that one. Hey, Spidey. Spider Comics 7's here. How you doing, man? Black light to Power Girl. I'll probably make them woo. Yeah, I hear you, man. But yeah, I used to do that with my comic books, especially on like a lot of my X-Men, because that's what I had back in the day, was just X-Men books. God, I was like X-Men crazy, that and like Ghost Rider, and I used to just do the black light on them. Even some Fantastic Four books that I had, and any of the blues or reds would just, or green on the cover. But it makes them look really cool. Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing, man? I'm just showing, I'm almost done with my Lethal Protector run, and then that's all the books I had to show, and then Just gonna get back to doing some cleaning because I didn't go to the comic book store and get any books today. I can't do it till Friday. But this right here, this is number 5, and yeah, Bagley did this. I don't mind getting Bagley to sign it. I got three copies of that issue, and then issue 6 was supposed to be the hardest one to find because I was told it was a low print run. In fact, I even heard it from the artist himself. He was on a show with TiVo. Man, it's been a while. Oh man, it'll come in a few minutes. But Della Rosa was on there and he was talking about the book. This is I got 3 issues of number 6. Yeah, it would. Some Nick Fury. Yeah, but I can't give one of those up, man. I got to keep those. You know, and I believe it is too. First appearance for the symbiotes, because like I said, Della Rosa was talking about this book, and he was talking about how he was able to. He loved writing this story because one, when they came up with the new symbiotes, and they were supposed to be Venom's kids, I believe, right? It's been a while since I read this story, but he got to name them and everything. He got to draw them, so he was really, that made him happy when he wrote this story, because he said, I'm only positive I'm right about this. He said for him it was just a great feeling to know that he was able to come up with some new villains, you know, or new characters that would be villains. Sorry, just learn my words. You know, and he wrote this whole story, and he got to do a lot. Or he didn't write the story. I'm sorry. He got to do a lot of the art in it. But I just remember him saying that issue 6 was the hardest one to find, or it'd be a harder one to find because it was a low print run. And I was happy because I at least had one copy. And then now whenever I see him, I grab them. And he said that was the one cover too at his table when he'd be doing his signings, that everybody always keep grabbing this one and buying that one off of him. No, I I remember what you said, Jason. I just can't give away leave the protectors, but I do have the one. I'm gonna send you this one though, bro. I'm gonna send you this one with the Daredevil 600. So yeah, I got you covered, man. Yeah, letting Venom cover. Yeah, you know, for me, you know, I just don't. I really don't sell my books. I'll either gift them every once in a while, or like I said, my 2 boys, especially my oldest son, he's really into collecting comic books, and he really likes Venom, and he really likes Spider-Man. Oh man, I mean, he likes Captain America. He likes some of the bigger names, but he really, like when he first started wanting to get books, he was really into grabbing Spider-Man, anything Venom, anything Superman, stuff like that. So. Which one is she? Yeah, I got 3 copies. I can crack one of them open. The cover that I did get signed, though, it does have the 4 symbiotes on there. Yeah, and you're right about that. Well, just hopefully the movie does good. Because if the movie does good, then the ones I have, I mean, I know they'll go up in value, and I won't sell them, though. That's the sad part, is I don't sell my books. I should keep them. Or I do trade-ins to pay off other books. Yeah, there's all 4 of them right there. Well, actually, there's 5 because there's Venom, but... Whoop. Yeah, when I find the one that I had signed, I'll pull that cover out one of these times, and I'll show it in my next live stream. I'll try to remember to do that. This is a cool cover right there. Of course, you know, I don't know if that's a miscoloring or print, because To be honest with you, Venom's tongue, if you look at this, it's white with some red spots on it, and then another spot, his tongue's all red, and where it was red, it's now white. See that right there? You guys ever caught that before? So that could be, you know, a misprint. No, I still have not found those. I'm still looking for them, bro. I still am. In fact, when I go this Friday, I'm going to go to, well, tomorrow after seeing the movie, I'm going to go to my one comic book store where nobody really goes there at all to buy comics. They go there to buy Pokemon cards, bro, Jason. So when I go there, I know they have like at least 2 long boxes full of just Spider-Man. Yeah, so you need 97 through 100, yeah. You're so glad you completed the run before the trailer dropped. Yeah, I hear you, Spider-Man Comics. I hear you, Spider Comics 7. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna go there tomorrow, Jason. So I'm gonna see if they have them. And if not, you know, if they don't have any there, I can go to Radar Toys because, like I said, they have a warehouse just full books, and I'm pretty sure I can ask them to look for those numbers and they'll find them for me if they don't have them in their store. And I can tell you right now too, there's another guy that he goes hunting all the time. I haven't seen him there in a while, but they can always leave him a note and I can just ask if he can go find those numbers for me. His name is Dave, because he's the one who actually found me the last issue for X Factor that I could not find. He found it for me and just said, here, you can have it. I'm like, cool. But it was funny, the last Comic-Con I went to, this guy, his tables were all set up just amazing, because he had one box and it was just titled every last issue for these runs. And of course in there was X Factor, the last issue, which was 149. So it's 149. And then there was also the last issue for Excalibur in there, which wasn't that expensive. I think he was just asking just $5 for each one of those books. So I told my brother AG about it, and he grabbed the last issue for X Factor, which was pretty funny. He said, yeah, he says, I haven't completed that set yet, and he always liked X Factor, so he grabbed it for $5. Because if he wasn't going to grab it, I was definitely going to grab it, but I figured, hey, if my brother didn't have it, he can have it. I already got a copy. Could use better condition one. Are you talking about okay, you're talking about for issue 97 through 100, or what issue are you talking about there? Or you have 97, 98, but you need better condition covered ones. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely keep a lookout, because I have a bunch of books at that comic book store too, Jason, that, like I said, they have 3 long boxes and 2 short boxes in the back where no one goes through these boxes at all, and that's where all my books that I've grabbed over the years I placed in there, and they're just holding them for me, and I can just go in there whenever I want and pick them up, because they're not, their sales at their store aren't on comic books. It's mostly on Pokemon cards, Magic cards, and a lot of stuff. The comic books is just what the other part owner does, because he has a passion for comic books as well. So he goes out when he's going on vacation, just touring around, he finds people that are selling these long boxes, he just grabs them and pays the cash, fat cash for it, whatever, you know. I mean, he gets good deals, and then he lets me look at them first thing before he puts them out on the floor if I want to get them. That's how I got my Hulk 181. That's how I got my second copy on hold, and that's how I got like my Secret War number 8, because he said, hey, if you want this, you got first crack at it. I'm like, sweet. I just have to go there tomorrow after the movie, so that way I can put some more money down on my Hulk 181, and also, you know, thumb through my boxes, because I have one of the issues of Web of Spider-Man. My friend's crazy text. I gotta read that one later. Let's see, but I didn't realize I had it on hold until I saw the cover, and I go, wait a second, I've seen that cover. No, maybe it's not that one. Oh, it's Volume 2 of Web of Spider-Man, and it's issue It's issue 8, and it's the B cover because I have the original cover for 8, but it's this one here. Let's see if I can get it to show up. But I have this one in my box. I want to go there and grab it, and I believe it's only. I think they only were going to sell it to me for like $1, so I'm going to go pick that up. Because in Volume 2, Web of Spider-Man, I only need 3 issues. Issue 5, which is a variant, which if I get it, I don't care. I definitely need issue 12 because that's the only one I'm missing from that run. And then I already have, like I just showed you guys, that cover there. So I'm going to go pick it up for $1 tomorrow. That's one of the reasons why I'm going there, and also look for more Web of Spider-Man so I can find those issues for you, Jason. Really helps you find it. Yeah, I hear you, Spider-Man Comics. Or I'm sorry, I always say Spider-Man. Spider Comics 7. Yes, I hear you on that, bro. Because I have at least I know I have more than what I'm about to say, but there's like 3 LCSs that I go to, and there's more than that here in Oregon. And the first one that I ever went to was Edge of the World Comics, and that's the one that sells Pokemon cards and things like that. Like I said, it's great. I have a bunch of books there I still need to buy, but nobody goes there to buy books. So usually I can go there and I can find all the Silver Age, Golden Age, Bronze Age books, and they'll give them to me for a really great price. Then there's Radar Toys. That's one of my main ones I go to. They're mostly, they have like pop figurines in there. They have, gosh, just toys left and right from when I was growing up as a kid in there, but mostly pops. And then they have their section for comic books, but now they're going to expand that area, and they have a lot of back issue books that are just insane at good prices too. And then there's Nostalgia Comics, which they have one downtown Eugene, and they have one that's actually on the campus at the not OSU but U of O campus. They have a comic book store out there too. And I was told that one doesn't get as picked as much, but they don't have like a big space there. But Nostalgia Comics, that's where, gosh, they have like 2 walls just dedicated to wall books, and we're talking from Amazing Spider-Man to Fantastic Four to X-Men, Batman, I mean, you name it, all up on the wall. And then they have their glass tables where they'll put books out there, and they'll leave them out there for maybe a month or 2 months, and then they swap them out, put different books out there. Then they have all their boxes of comic books on the other side of their building when you walk through. They have all these short boxes up against the wall, and you can ask to go look at them, and that's where they have like a lot of their Silver Age and Bronze Age books. And then they have a shelf that's just dedicated to all dollar bin books, and then they have their wall where they have all their new releases and stuff like that. And that place will get picked pretty good. Because a lot of people know about them big time. So I usually go there, get supplies, and I get lucky when I find some Silver Age, Bronze Age books that I want to get at a good price. Oh, sorry, getting a little tired. But yeah, I hear you on that though. It's cool when you have that one store that no one really shops at, so you have a good chance of getting books that you want to do to complete your runs and things like that. Put away some stuff. So I had to use a box. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Spider Comics. Yeah, I wish a lot of people could, because then it'd just be nice, then everybody's able to at least complete their runs, because there's a lot of us out here that, I mean, we definitely are. We're true collectors. We like to collect our certain runs of books and complete the story. I hope that will fit there. Oh. RC. Yeah, I hear that too, yeah. Because there's another store that as I said, I don't like to talk about. Put my little moisture packet up on top of the box. Keeps my books nice and dry. There's that one comic book store. I don't want to mention their names. I just don't like going to them, and I can't go there anymore. But man, you talk about issues that you're trying to find, they probably have them there, and they're just sitting there. I mean, they do have a decent flow of people that go through their store, that do buy books and have pull lists. But like I said, the guy just, he tells me one thing and then he does something different, and I'm all about, my time is precious. And I go in a store, if I'm going to be there for 15, 20 minutes, I'm definitely going to grab books that I want to get. And when you go up to the counter and they're telling you no, only one copy, you're like, what? It tells you something different. Or I did have a pull list with them. They were the first comic book store I had a pull list with. And I told them, I said, hey, these issues are coming out. I'd like to at least have 2 because I read one and I put one off to the side. It's just what I do. And he said, yeah, no problem, no problem. And I went in there the first time to get my pull list, and 2 of the books that I wanted were in there, but he didn't have any doubles for me. And even then, he didn't tell me I'm only allowed 1 copy. And then the other books that I asked for, he said they didn't come in, but then I went along the wall, and there they were. So I'm like, what is it? They didn't come in, or you just forgot to put them in my box? It's like, come on, man. Yeah. Some places, I believe that some places do that. RC. Yeah. It just sucks. I'm just fortunate, like for me, I do have a good rapport with the 3 people that I do go to that own the comic book stores, that they all know me, and I go in there and I show respect, and I carry myself well, in there, and I really take care of what they have on the floor. I don't just bend stuff or anything like that. I'm not saying any of you guys in the chat do. I'm not saying that. But it's just like when you build a good rapport with some of these comic book owners, and they know that you're a collector at heart, some will actually, they'll be more looking out for you rather than trying to gouge you with prices or try to sell you something doesn't cost that much. And the other thing is, I always talk about St. Vincent de Paul. Yeah, that's messed up, Pope. I'm sorry that is what it is for you where you're near. That sucks, man. I always talk about St. Vincent de Paul, and I always, a lot of people don't know what that is, what kind of store that is, and I always say, well, it's similar to, like a Goodwill store. Some Goodwill stores will carry comic books, some don't. I'm noticing the ones near me never did, and now they're starting to, because they used to say you have to go on the website to order these books. But I'm just lucky that I have a St. Vincent de Paul near me where I find a lot of my books. Honestly, I find a lot of my books for 49 cents. And sometimes when they're doing their sales, I find them for 24 cents. And I found some good key issues through them. I've been able to find, like when I was completing my X Factor run, I'm not kidding you, I went in there one day and they had, I know when they just got new books, because when you first walk in, there's like a table they have set up off to the right when you first walk through the door, and if they have long boxes underneath that table, I know they just got some books. So then I freaking get in there, sit down on the floor as long as it takes, and I just rifle through their books, and I found like a fat stack like this of just X Factor books that were in really good condition. I mean, they weren't dinged up, creased, or anything. And I like the fact that they were all complete, and I only paid 49 cents for them, and that's how I really knocked out a huge chunk out of my X Factor run, which was great. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Pope. I don't have like well, they do indoor flea markets. They come up here as Sasquatch conventions, kind of, or sometimes they'll title it swap meets, but a lot of times they title it Soft Squatch. Oregon's got a huge thing about the Soft Squatch, so they title at that, and that's where like I said, a lot of these vendors come down from Portland, you know, and it's like a flea market setting. I mean, you go through and you just find books at really good prices, and you can score some, you know, pretty big books. Like you're saying, you scored big there twice there so far. Definitely worth looking at. Yeah, you ain't kidding. They definitely are. If you guys ever hear about any like little swap meets, go check them out. Because a lot of times people, like I was saying, like for me, they'll travel from Portland. I've even had a few people travel from San Francisco up this way, which is just insane. I think they were just nearby or something, and they dropped in. Okay, take care, RC3 Art. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, man. But, you know, they'll come in there with these books, and then whatever they don't sell, if they don't want to take it all back with them, they'll donate it right to St. Vincent de Paul. So now if they're selling a book for, you know, $25 or $15 or $10 or even $5, if they drop it off there and I get there in time, I can get it for 49 cents. So, like, yeah, you know. Oh, nice. That is a good buy. That's cool. Congratulations, Spider Comic 7. That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people don't even think about it either. I know I haven't brought it up in a long time because I haven't been to one in a while, but also nearby me, there's there's secondhand stores that every once in a while they do get some comic books in there, and usually they will mark up the price, or if you just say, hey, you'll buy the bundle, they want to get it off, they want to get out of their store, you could probably pick up like a whole long box for dead cheap. But secondhand stores are pretty good for that. Also, I find that every once in a while, some of the antique stores nearby me, because there's a lot of antique stores in Oregon, you can go in there, and I've gone in there a couple times, and they would be selling them for just $1 because the person that's renting that little space just wants, these are just books they just want to get rid of. And I find not a lot of keys in there per se, but I find a lot of the books that I need to fill my runs to complete a run or complete a story, and I was getting them for like $1 a piece. So if you guys have any type of antique stores nearby, if you got the time, you're going by one, stop in, check to see if they got any comic books, or if you're not driving anywhere, just call them up and ask them to have books. It's always worth a shot to go in there, because sometimes people don't know what they have either, and they're just selling them dead cheap. Others do. It depends on the person who's selling the book. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it, guys, because it's 1:40, and I got to put away some clothes, and I got to use the restroom. I'm not going to kid you, man. I've had a couple beers before this show, and, man, I haven't used the restroom once. My back teeth are floating. Just look at my phone real quick. But I just want to thank everybody who stopped here. I mean, it's been cool. And thank you, Spider Comics, for coming in here. I think this might not be your first time, but either way, thank you for stopping in, man. Just hanging out and sharing some of the stories that you were able to find these books for. Hey, God bless you too, man. Yeah, I will. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, man, from Beantown. Sorry, bro. I'm just ending. Hey, Paulo, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for coming in too, man, from Beantown. I'm just ending. You can watch on the rewind, though, because it's 1:41 for me right now, and I definitely got to use the restroom. And I got to put away some clothes. Too much information, I know, but hey, you never know what happens when I'm on live. And thank you, RC3 Art, for stopping in here, man. I appreciate that, brother. And like I said, if you guys haven't seen his latest videos, and you're kind of interested in these, types of subscription boxes, it's cool, man. Like I said, watch a rewind. Nothing's too spectacular what I did, but I showed some books of Spider-Man. Oh, well, hey, congratulations on getting home from work, man. Thanks, Jason. Like I said, Jason, I got you the Daredevil 600. Now I'm going to take this, the Amazing Spider-Man 375. I'm going to put that along with it, bro. Okay, because I got enough copies of that. Thank you. I didn't even realize this, man. I feel bad. JPL's Flash came in here, and I didn't say hi to him. Thank you, man. Thank you for stopping in. He just recently subbed my channel. I subbed his channel, too. Thanks for coming in here, man. Sorry I didn't say hi to you. It happens I get to talking too much. Pope Service, of course, thank you, man. Jason Smith. Matilda, thank you for coming in here. J-Rocks, thank you, man, for coming in here. Hanging out with us. Elk, thank you, man. of course, the great legend. And I know Biggies was here. Jeff was here. Thanks, Jeff and Biggies, for stopping in, man. And just make sure I got everybody. Oh yeah, Seeking Internet Comics. Alex Coley came in and said a couple funny things, and he said he needs 1 through 100 for ASM, sorry. Yeah, God, I would love to have that run too. And then Doomsday Comics, thank you also for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate that. I mean, everybody. I just want to make sure. Cool, got everybody on there. Maybe I did. Sorry again for not realizing you even came in the chat, man. I feel bad. Get to the names, I say it right. Yeah, it's just fun for you guys to watch me just tap a screen, or tap a mouse. I don't have like an actual mouse, just a little flat pad. Sucks, but yeah, it is what it is. So again, sorry JPL Flash Comics, Geekdom. Sorry for not seeing that you stopped in, buddy. Thank you. And yeah, you guys take care. Everybody have a great day. And Man from Beantown, thank you for showing up. Even if it's late, dude, just thank you. I appreciate that. And, you guys all have a great day. And hopefully next Monday I'll be on time and I'll have books. I'll have new books to show and maybe some art. Gotta get some more art done. I got so many projects I gotta do and I want to get them finished. And then yeah, I'm gonna go watch the movie tomorrow, Infinity Wars. So yeah, can't wait. Can't wait, man. The Avengers, Infinity Wars. Thanos. And I'm not going to talk about that movie because I don't want to give any spoilers away or talk, ruin anybody's chance to go and see the movie. But guys, all take care. Thank you so much. It's Tat Comics saying rock on. And oh yeah, thank you, Amazing Murph Nader, for stopping in here. I appreciate that. And go check out his latest video if you like Spider-Man. I can tell you he got a really low number on that run, and it's nice. It's very nice. The condition, who cares? It's in his collection, man. That's all that matters. So. Guys, all take care. It's Tat Comics saying rock on and enjoy your day. And get the mouse over here. Just stop. Bye-bye.